am Rosie.
And I'm Armando.
And welcome to the 47th Valid Vibes podcast, where the vibes are valid because they are real and authentic. All right, guys. So this is my boyfriend, Armando, if you don't know already. If you want to learn more about him and about us, you could go on our last episode and learn all about that. But to start off, we're going to do our valids and invalids. So my mom planned a brunch. She's planned this brunch for literal months with me and my sister. And my sister took off work for it. And when it came down to it, we were on our way. And I was like feeling a little sick in the back seat. And I threw up. And my mom just like got off the exits. We were going to Brooklyn. And that was the end of that. So when I went home, it ended up being that I had 100-degree fever out of literal nowhere. Like, the only person I hang out with is Armando, and he's fine. So I don't know where this came from. It just came over me.
Well, you were saying it could have been the Mondello curse.
Oh, my God. Yeah, wait. So a year ago, so on August 13th, now I'll always remember that date. Last year, on August 13th, I got sick. So when we got back from Italy, I was sick as a dog. And then I got sick again that same day. I got sick on August 13th again.
If it happens next year again,
no, I know.
Then we got to call it Mondello sick day for you.
I got the Mondello virus without being in Mondello, which is crazy. Mondello's in Sicily, by the way. But that's crazy.
But I didn't get it, so.
No, I know.
Knock on wood.
Holy shit. We both did it at the same time.
You know?
Yeah. All right. Say you're invalid.
For me, my invalid, I would say, would be lack of sleep this past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've been, I would say, bombarded with work, and when you're waiting for that extra hour, 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And you just wake up and you can't go back to sleep.
Yeah.
It's part of it. I guess it's part of getting older. You got to.
Or having nieces and nephews.
Having nieces and
knocking on your door at
6
6 a.m.
But definitely lack of sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll go into my valid. So my valid is that whatever. So after I was sick, I'll just say, 'cause it's whatever, I had a rest day. And then the day after that, I rested all day. But then the day after that, I went to the beach with my cousins. I had a really good day in La Valette. I wish you came. He's always working. That's okay.
Work is good.
I know. But, and I look forward to that every year. So I was able to make it. And it was really nice. And then the day after that, I went to, so my aunt works for Arizona, my Aunt Cindy. So she works for Arizona Iced Tea in Long Island, the headquarters. So we were able to go there, and every year they have an Italian fest on the roof. So this was my first year that I was able to go. So I went with my mom and my cousins, and I've just been spending like really good like quality time with my family, I guess. So after I was sick, it was a really good, weekend.
I was
so that's
jealous.
my valid.
The place, when you FaceTimed me, looked crazy.
Arizona headquarters is crazy, and it's a private company. Like, just the owner, Don, he owns that company. Like, it's not a corporation. It's amazing how the whole building is designed by him, all the interior design and stuff like that. Like, all the benches you see, like, Don made it in the shop.
Now, is that the best thing you could get for $1? An Arizona Iced Tea?
Shout out to Arizona.
That should be a debate.
Yeah, like, shout out to Arizona for not increasing the price. Like, it's just always $1. Always $1.
Yeah. It's good business.
I know.
It's good business.
Whatever. I guess you sell $1 million a day. It's $1 million, right? Because nothing's that cheap anymore. Not even a bottle of water. It's over $1. Like $1.25 or more than that. But yeah, so that's my valid, guys. Who's that? Let me guess. Cousins chat.
Hold on. We could cut that, right?
Why? That's funny. We'll leave funny things in, okay?
Whatever.
Wait, the cousins thing is funny.
Oh, well, that group chat. Kaz, you keep calling that chat if you're hearing this. All right. So my valid, the fall is upon us. And what is that? Pumpkin spice. She knows I'm
You love fall.
I love fall. My birthday's in fall.
Yeah.
Just everything. The leaves, the color change, all that. Movie, spooky season.
Pumpkin spice.
When you hear, I said it in last podcast, Starbucks, they came about the drinks.
Yeah.
Don't mess up the pumpkin spice cold brew this time, please.
No.
But when does it come out? Tomorrow?
The 22nd. What's today?
20. Today's the
didn't we
20th,
just-
so in 2 days.
Oh, I thought today was the 21st. Duncan already came out with theirs on the
I love
16th, but
I love fall.
I look
That's why
forward
I'm
to
excited
Starbucks.
for that. You know.
All right. So today we're going to jump into Armando's story about being a professional athlete, and just all about it, all behind the scenes and things, you know, you just really wouldn't know unless like you knew him. So we're going to go into all of that. You could start off wherever, even if like, you know, when you were a kid in high school.
Yeah, so obviously when you're a kid, you know, you always have dreams, you know. Oh, a kid dreams to be an astronaut, a kid dreams to be a firefighter, all these things. My dream ever since I was little, 4 or 5 years old, was to be a professional soccer player. Actually, I even had it written down in elementary school that this is what I wanted to do and be. Power of manifestation, I would say.
What does he sound like, guys?
You know, but I stuck to it.
Yeah.
You know, it was always something I wanted. Thanks to my parents, you know, my family for pushing me, my father and my mom. You know, they didn't give up. They always pushed me, you know, even when times were difficult, you know, when situations were rough, sacrificing, waking up when you're younger, going to tournaments, doing this, doing that, every little thing, you know, and it all added up. So with that being said, when I was 17 years old, I had, it was in a high school soccer game. I got basically recruited some guy, which is now a great friend of mine, like a father figure, best friends with my father now. Saw potential in me. He said, I might have an opportunity for your son. And we listened. So that, my senior year of high school, once my soccer season was over, I had an opportunity to go to Italy and try out with a second division team called Avellino. So I went November time, Thanksgiving. I actually missed that Thanksgiving that year. Did well. And then that summer was when I had to leave. You know, I was 17 and basically make a big career decision for my life, you know, and I'm here now. It worked out. You know, I learned so much, but there's obviously I could talk about this.
Yeah.
A lot of things, you know, I played in different countries, all this stuff, but that was the stepping stone of my career.
Yeah.
I would say, you know.
Yeah. What was going through your mind, like being 17? Like, I don't think I worked yet. Like, I literally got my first job at a pizzeria at like 18. I'm just saying, like, that you were in the mentality of, okay, I'm going to leave my friends and family and I'm going to do what I love. But, like, that's your career, too. Like, that's a big commitment.
Yeah.
What was going through, like, your 17-year-old brain?
At first, when I came back from the trip, you know, trying out and everything, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Italy to play.
Yeah.
Everyone in high school was like, oh, that's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't hit me until, not even when I left, I took flight because my parents and my sisters came on vacation with me. My brother-in-law, actually even Gerald came because he was on Albania. Shout out Gerald. But it hit me when they dropped me off.
Oh, yeah.
Over there, you know, where I was in Avellino, a place called Lacedonia, actually, a town of 1,500 people.
Oh, yeah.
It hit me there that they dropped me off and that was it. You know? Then I was like, wow, reality just hit for me. This is what I'm going to be doing.
And also, you
know?
didn't know the language, right?
I knew a little bit, but you had to pick up on certain things. Yes, I'm Italian, but right away they print you as American.
Yeah.
So you're already, you got
Labeled.
something to prove.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't easy. You know, being an athlete is not an easy thing. You know, it's a roller coaster.
No.
You know, it's a roller coaster
I
for sure.
I played for 10 years, guys.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and then what would you say, like, the challenges that you faced at that time?
Definitely the separation. You know, I was
Yeah.
always around my family every single day.
Yeah.
You know, now you're only able to call, FaceTime.
I know. And the time difference, obviously. We don't
Time difference was 6 hours.
Yeah. But even like I'm saying, like the actual, you know, being on the team with your coach, like what challenges, the living conditions that you were in.
So obviously you live with the team in a big house. There's rooms, you share rooms, like sort of like dorming.
Yeah.
You know, just adapting to that, a new lifestyle, because it was something new to me. I didn't know what I was walking into. I had an idea, but you know, things change every day.
Yeah.
I thought I had something to prove.
Yeah.
You know, being the first professional athlete to come out of my family, you know, what I have to lose.
Yeah.
I could always go back home, start something else, but let's give it a shot.
Exactly.
You know, things obviously don't go your way as much, but you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, and not stop. But a lot of adversity.
And then okay, you played for Avellino for how many years?
I was there 1 season.
1 season,
yes.
Right? And then after that, like, what happened?
After that, I went to England.
England, right?
Yep. That was it. I guess it was a little bit different, you know, the language.
The culture shock.
British, but a culture shock. Rain, hail, forget it. You know, it'd be sunny 5 minutes, it would hail the next, you know. So after England, I finished up there. I came back here. I signed with the New York Cosmos. I was playing with them. New Amsterdam, another team professional, New York. And then I was also in Germany.
I remember that.
You remember that story? Germany for some time. Then I finished up not so long ago in Italy. You know, and now I'm a full-time coach, trainer, and just giving back all I've learned, all my experience to the youth in Staten Island.
Yeah.
You know?
But this past year in Italy, you went through a lot. Was this like the most you've been through? Like, I'm just saying, because obviously I was here with you, like, when you were in Italy, right? Like, going from one team to another, the politics, obviously, that played a part in that, too.
Of course.
You know? Like, was that the most you dealt with being on a team far away? Or, like...
I guess when you're an adult...
Yeah.
You know, you tend to see things differently. When I was 17.
Yeah.
17, I'm like, oh, okay, it is what it is, you know. I'm still young, I'm this. Because right away when I was 17, I was signed to a club in Serie B. Yeah. I'm thinking, wow, sky's the limit for me. Maybe I could go to Serie A. Maybe I can do this. But sometimes you got to think, is it the reality, you know? Are you that 1% of that soccer player?
Yeah.
So definitely maturity and seeing things, because obviously I gained experience throughout that whole time. Then I went to Italy. It was like nothing new for me, just something different in a way. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But like I said, a lot of bad days, you know, more bad than good. Yeah. You know, it's success is this, and then failure. That. It just... Success is that. And then everything else is, you know, how that iceberg, success, and then everything on the bottom, it's all failure, hard work, this, that. It all adds up, you know. But it's worth it. That success is worth it. Yeah. You know, it definitely is worth it.
What about the Catania game?
Catania game, that game, you were there with my parents. 25,000 fans.
You were showing me the stadium and the fans before you even left to go to Italy, which is crazy to me. And then, and then how it was, like, your team wasn't doing so good. And then when we landed, I remember you guys won that game. It was closed.
We won.
We couldn't watch it because it was, the fans were being too crazy. And then you played your dream game. Yeah. And we were able to see that. Yeah. Which was... I'm just so happy I was able to witness that in person with, like, your parents too.
See, after that, I was like,
yeah,
it was like complete.
I know.
You know, what more did I have to prove? Like that was a crazy, you know, experience, you know, and I feel like
it's just so crazy.
After all I've been through, I'm like, I thought, you know, I gave it all I had, you know, and I could stop and just lift my head up and say I did it. You know, I did it. I'm still playing. You know, I'm playing over here in New York, but it's just different when you're over there.
Oh,
you know,
100%.
You saw. Forget it.
Explain the pressure on a professional athlete.
Oof. Pressure comes in a lot of ways. You know, I mean, one thing, everyone always wants your spot.
Yep.
You got something to prove.
That's not even with just professional. It's every sport.
Every sport, like. Not even just soccer, any sport. You know, you're fighting for your spot. Me, like I said, as an outsider going there, I'm thinking I have to take a spot of someone. It's a job.
Yeah.
So I have to take a spot of someone that has, let's say, has a family. You know, you gotta work hard, you know, for it. Especially me being as an American, but I'm Italian passport, there's that. They label you as American. That's a big thing. You know, I felt was a challenge for sure.
Have you ever experienced burnout throughout your career, and how did you handle it?
How did I handle it? I had a lot of situations like this. I feel like just getting advice from my father, my mom, my sisters, you know, just encouragement from them just to keep going. You know, like I said, because I had a lot of bad days throughout my career. You know, I said there were some times I would tell my dad, I'm done. I can't do this.
Yeah.
I can't do it. You know, but why are you there?
I know.
You know, I wanted to prove something and just finish it out and say, you know what? Let me just finish it out and say, okay, I didn't. You know, because there was a situation where, because I left Canicattì and I went to Paterno. There was a whole situation where we played Catania, Canicattì, and I wasn't rostered, nothing.
Yeah.
And there were no defenders on the bench, barely any starting. So I said to my father that day, I go, I'm leaving. I'm done. And he encouraged me. He says, you know what? Yeah. You've been through a lot. Do it. But I thought, what am I going to go home, this, that? New opportunity came, and look what happened. I got to play them.
I know.
You know, but I've been through a lot of situations. But one thing, praying a lot too, and staying in touch with my family.
Ooh, okay. This is a good question for you now that you're a coach. What advice would you give young athletes about mental resilience?
Oof.
These are good questions.
The advice I would give, it's okay to be in uncomfortable situations. Yep. You know, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, okay? Especially being an athlete, even in life, you know. I feel if it's not going your way, it's okay. It's okay to have a bad day. It's how you respond.
Yeah.
Okay? What do you have to lose? This is what I tell them, you know. And just to be, I had a conversation with them today. My job for these kids is, yes, to be good soccer players, athletes, but to be good people also.
Yes, exactly.
You know, be good people.
Yeah, you're kind of raising them as a coach,
exactly.
too. I remember, my coaches used to be so hard on me with that stuff, too. Not just the actual game, but being like you as a person. They're forming you as a person to have good sportsmanship, to have good, you know, a good whatever mentality overall, you know.
Yeah, and it's like that. And for me, what I've learned throughout the years, I've had so many coaches, so I was nitpicking stuff to see, you know, okay, was that a good thing he said? Would I translate? Would I do that with the kids I'm coaching? Because you have to understand every kid has a different personality.
Yep.
So you have to have a different dialogue with every single kid.
That's true,
you know, and that's me. I have a dialogue with every single kid that I train, you know, different dialogue.
Yeah. I was going to say, I kind of want to answer this question too, because I was an athlete. Don't take things too seriously. Like, I would beat myself up after a play. Like, if I messed up, whatever it was, I played basketball and then flag football. If I beat myself up, like, you know, I was out of it. I was out of the game, you know, and I got to learn to get over it. So another thing that helped me get through this thing that was in my head was there's another play after that. So, like, people already forgot what you did.
Yeah.
You know, people already forgot that you messed up. People didn't even care because everyone's too busy worrying about other things happening in the game. But I just wouldn't get it out of my head. But, yeah, so don't take things too seriously. And just remember that there's always a play after your play. And no one's thinking about it as much as you are.
Yeah,
so,
it's true.
Yeah, I wish I knew that. But, yeah.
That's why it's good. With all the information, all the experience, you teach these kids, you know, things you weren't taught maybe sometimes at a younger age.
Yep.
That's what life experience.
That's why I'm going to be a teacher and you're going to be a coach.
There you go. Similar.
Literally same
it's
thing.
It's very similar.
What was your outlet when you were struggling miles away from home? Like, what made you feel better?
Definitely, I would, in my time, I would journal a bit.
Yeah.
You know, on, let's say, game day, let's say right after my game, I would journal. You know, that would help. Listening to music, watching movies, you know, podcasts as well. You know, just to prepare for the next thing, you know, because your mental state as an athlete, you know, it's like I said, a roller coaster.
Yeah.
You know, it's not easy. So just being as calm as possible and just enjoying the moment. You know, my dad always said, enjoy the moment, because you're going to look back 20, 30 years wanting to do it. And you can't. Yeah. You know, my father always said that. And it stuck with me, you know, just the players I live with, the guys I live with, laughing, playing cards, cooking, all this stuff. You know, you gotta enjoy it while you can. Who can say that they were living in another country playing soccer? Yes, sometimes it wasn't going my way, but you create a bond, you create a family, you know. Yeah. And that was something I started to cherish when the later months, when the season was ending, I took advantage of it more. You know? Yeah,
for sure. And I was going to say, like, it's more than just the sport itself. It's the life lessons that come with it. I cannot picture my childhood any differently than, like, staying after school, going to practice, and then I would do 3 practices a day. I'd practice for my school, like high school. I had a travel team, and then late at night, I'd go to, like, OLSS, and there would be, like, a training camp going on. Like, I can't picture my life any other way.
Right.
And it's funny, I was just talking to Christina about this too, because she danced for 16 years. I played sports for almost 10. And it's like, you know, now it's kind of, you know, for us, it's like irrelevant, you know, like that we played all these sports and did all these things. But it's really good for when you're growing up to have your teammates and just having those experiences, because I don't know what it would be like to just go home after school.
No, it's true.
I have no idea. So I don't take it back for the world.
You're creating the bonds, you know, with everyone. And sometimes these people that you create bonds with, they stick in your life more than, you know, people you met in school.
Because you've been through so much.
Exactly. You know?
Yeah. Do you have any regrets about anything in your career?
I think when I left, was when I left for Italy when I was younger. So what happened was in Avellino, I got a call from an agent I signed with. Me and another guy were with another player were with the same agent. This was during the transfer market.
Okay.
He calls and he goes, "You're on a plane, next flight to Manchester, England." That's when I went to England. I think that was one thing I wanted to stay and prove myself to the new coach that was in Avellino. Because it's funny, we had a game that weekend and the coach goes, the best play in practice was me. And then I left. You know, and it's like I had to restart. I restarted. I was working hard, pushing, being the best that I can be, you know, saying that no one's going to get in my way. And I got picked for the team. I was one of the best in practice that week. And I get a call, "You're leaving." So I think, you think about, oh my God, I'm going to England. you know, the kings of football, they created soccer, football.
Yeah.
It's a kid's dream to go to England and play. But I felt like I had unfinished business over there.
Okay.
You know, that's one. I would say the most, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing else?
No, I think I did what I had to do.
Yeah.
You know, God's timing, God's everything happens for a reason, you know. That's why I yes, maybe regret it, but it happened. You gain new relationships. You got to play in England. Who says they did that?
Exactly.
You know, I grateful to play in 3 different countries.
It all made you into the person you are right now.
Exactly.
What are your self-care practices outside of soccer?
Outside of soccer?
Yeah. Like
self-care. Would you say now or during soccer season? Because now it's like I changed a bit, you know?
All right. Tell us both.
I would say during my time playing, like I said, would be, you know, journaling. You know, just staying in touch with my parents always, you know, calling them constantly, you know, the time differences and stuff. Eating healthy. Now it's different. Definitely dieting when you're in season because it takes a toll on you.
Yeah, it's tough. That's really hard for us now. We're such foodies.
I don't mind it. I get my workout in, and I don't mind I have to eat. I don't care.
We both work out. We are the king and the queen of balance.
Tell us a spot you want to go eat. Don't worry, we got you covered.
We were just talking about that too. Yeah.
You know?
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. That's honestly what I enjoy now, and I think that's so pathetic. Like, I look forward to trying a new food spot. How many TikToks we
send each other food spots?
But even like things to bake at home, make at home, like anything food makes me happy.
This is what I'm saying. I see all these things. Now the fall's upon us. Babka or chocolate chip pumpkin cake. I'm like, oh my God. I got to get off food talk.
I know, it's bad.
How do I ban it?
No, you can't.
Bad. You know?
No, this is our happiness now. That's self-care for me.
100%.
Like, that's myself, like, doing that.
We're
like,
Italian. We like food.
Baking, cooking.
You know?
I know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
And gym, I would say. Gym is definitely self-care.
Oh,
now it's more...
Oh, my spin class.
Then in soccer season, you come home after a 2-hour practice. You don't want to do nothing. You want to lay in bed, watch a movie, eat, sleep.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, the gym, obviously I coach, but I have time for that.
Yeah.
Now, you know.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to share, or I think that was it?
I could say something for kids that are wanting to pursue a dream, you know, go for it. What do you have to lose? My advice to you is just stay grounded, work hard, and you never know what can happen, you know, and trust the process. If you're going to keep working hard, anything in life, with sports, anything, with any career, it always works out and you will always be rewarded, for sure.
Yeah. It's funny because, like, you know, I was thinking, you know, you never know until you try. That's it. And that's something that, like, I've been saying a lot to myself. And it's true because it's always so scared to step out of, like, you know, it's scary to step out of your comfort zone and doing things. But, like, you have to, like, or else you won't know what comes out of it. So you have to just try. Because that's scary, though, leaving the country. Like,
yeah,
you know,
of course.
You don't know unless you try.
It can be anything. That's why, what do you have to lose? If it's something you really want to risk, you know, especially at a young age, what do you have? You know, you lose time. You know, that's one thing you can't get back, ever.
Yep.
You know, so take advantage of your time and your situation and your moments. That's it. That's it.
All right. Thank you for coming on. You were really
good.
Thank
you for having me. Thank you, Christina. And thank you, Rosie.
All right, guys. So don't forget to stay real, stay authentic, and then me and you do this together. Stay valid. Ready?
Right. Go.
Stay valid.